You are the victim of the greatest crime against free speech in the last 10 years. You were accused of saying things. You say your remarks are misconstrued or misrepresented intentionally. From my perspective, it doesn't matter what you said. You didn't hurt anybody. You didn't cheat anybody. You didn't issue a fake stablecoin. You didn't carjack. You gave an opinion, and for that opinion, the U.S. government, through an FBI agent, has basically tried to destroy your life and are on the cusp of like taking your entire life away. And so here's my question. One, how close are you to having everything taken from you? And two, where's the Trump Justice Department in this? I don't understand.
This is such a huge subject.
It is a huge subject.
And I want to answer this because this affects everybody, not just me. And what just happened to Mike Lindell 2 days ago ties directly into this. So I'm going to do my best, but I want viewers to understand this isn't about me. This is about you and the end of judicial process in this country and the final phase of the weaponized judiciary, because the Democrats haven't given up.
First question, how close are they, and by they, I mean this constellation of law firms, NGOs, and federal law enforcement employees, to taking everything from you and shutting you down, taking you off the air? I know that's been in progress for a while. You've outrun them, but I feel like you're getting toward the end. And two, or B, where's the Trump Justice Department, and why is this being allowed?
Well, to quote the song, I got one more silver dollar. So they sued me 7 years ago. They spent $300 million. They had been court filings doing it. Paul Weiss, Democrat law firms, all of it. Had the judges find me guilty. Here's a microcosm or a current example. 2 days ago, Mike Lindell, Smartmatic. The judge finds him guilty, claims he didn't give the discovery. It's the new thing they do. So I was found guilty in Texas and in Connecticut by Democrat judges, literal Antifa Soros judges, of not giving discovery, which wasn't true. So then I'm found guilty. Then they have a show trial. So then they have the show trial. They get $1.5 billion judgment. They do all this, and then they don't want to settle. I said, here, have all the money I'll make in the next 10 years, which was more than I ever made in 10 years, $75 million. They said, we don't want that. We want you off the air, in press conferences, on national TV, in court filings. You're not supposed to just take somebody off the air. You're supposed to be able to get your judgment. Plus, it's all an appeal. So last Tuesday, they had the state receiver in my offices looking at everything, saying, we'll probably shut you down in about a month. They're waiting for the state court that we have it on appeal to lift the stay.
And this is because you gave an opinion. I just want to be clear. You didn't do anything. You had an opinion, which you say they mischaracterized. But again, I would say even if they didn't mischaracterize it, you're entitled by birth as an American to have any freaking opinion you want.
Well, to be clear, the internet, years after Sandy Hook, had viral videos and professors saying they didn't think it happened. They put evidence 22 minutes in the show trials of me questioning and having debates with people.
You're allowed to question anything you want. You're allowed to have any opinion you want. This is the United States of America.
Well, it's like the Charlie Kirk thing. I believe Charlie Kirk's dead. I think the official story is probably true. There's questions, but people are saying he didn't die. There's people saying this and that. I don't think it's true, but the point is they have a right to do that as Americans.
You have a right to any opinion you want, period.
So they have the show trials. They do it. They want me off the air. Then I go into bankruptcy because I don't have any money 3 years ago. They use the bankruptcy. They assign the Justice Department, which they can do. They have a special office to my bankruptcy. They use InfoWars money in the account to do 4 investigations to find fraud. They find no fraud. They sue my parents. They do it all.
They use your money to sue your parents?
Yes. Then the judge, Lopez in Houston, federal judge, he says, I want this to be sold at auction a year and a half ago. Cash auction up front. Here's the rules. They do an auction, say it's a cash auction, cancel it, and then sell it to the Onion basically for no money, funded by Michael Bloomberg. The judge last November says it's a fraud, has hearings, shuts it down. They also sent armed security in without court orders, tried to shut us down in May of last year. So all this goes on, all this happens. We learned the Justice Department from documents was, under Biden, was funding the lawsuits, running all of it. We get those documents. The new Justice Department learns about it, Ed Martin, and says our job is weaponization. We know we have the documents. The Justice Department previously did this, that the FBI admitted in court that they ran this, created the lawsuits, William Aldenberg, the chief counsel of Connecticut at the time. And we're going to send a letter and ask them to preserve their documents. We're going to talk to them. That was about a month ago. And I showed you the letter and the other letters that are out there.
So Ed Martin is a great guy. He's been in this room. Ed Martin is in charge of undoing the weaponization of government, which is to say the agencies being used as for political ends to destroy people who get in the way of the Democratic Party. And his job is to undo some of the...
And I'm one of the more famous cases. The White House, right when they got in 8 months ago, gave me classified documents that Obama targeted me for national security 2013 with Comey. We had other documents come out. They didn't find anything in a 10-year investigation. So they moved on to do the Sandy Hook thing as a big production with the FBI. The Justice Department illegally funded it. We have all those documents. And so just like Mike Lindell 2 days ago in the Smartmatic suit, the judge finds him guilty and it's now going to seize his company and shut him down without a jury trial. So it's the same thing. Again, this is their model.
And what did Mike Lindell do wrong?
He questioned the 2020 election and he's been vindicated.
So they get to take his company away for that?
Including firing all his employees because they don't want money. So
then, and this is happening right now?
It's happening right now. And so the bigger question is, so here's what happened. So Martin says, no, this is weaponization. You have all the documents. We have more documents. We want to investigate this. So I go a month and a half ago, meet in D.C., do all this. They get the letter and other communiques. It's this Koskoff, Democrat, Senator Blumenthal law firm, basically a Bloomberg law firm in Connecticut. They flip out and say, Jones is harassing a hero FBI agent. Never said his name, never criticized him. He won a $130 million defamation suit against me in the Sandy Hook defamation that he created, though no one ever said his name. He'd been on the stand. No one in your office, you never said, I didn't know who he was till he sued me. So he goes and creates the suit, organizes the families with the NGOs, does all this, and then I talked to the DOJ. They sent a letter saying, preserve your records. I showed you the ABC News headline. And then Todd Blanche, the deputy AG, calls up in the news, chews out Ed Martin, says, in this investigation and pull this. And so...
Wait, why?
I mean, will Todd Blanche let them shut down My Pillow? Will Todd Blanche let them do all this? Because they go, Alex Jones was mean to dead kids' families. There was never any evidence of that.
Well, but even, again, just to restate, the Constitution of the United States, the country we live in, you're allowed to have any opinion you want. Okay.
I agree.
You were making a political point, and the job of the government is to defend that right. That's the point of the Department of Justice, defend that right. So I'm totally confused here. So you're saying that one of the top guys at DOJ, Todd Blanche, whom I've talked to before, I don't know much about Todd Blanche, but you're saying that he stopped Ed Martin?
He bragged about it all over the news 3 weeks ago.
Why would he do that?
Here's what they do. They say people peed on kids' graves, people harass their houses. And then in court, when did it happen? I don't know. Somebody told me who, I don't know.
Did you pee on someone's grave?
No one, I'd never been to Connecticut until they brought me there for trial. No, none of that happened. But the point is, I'm this guy. People don't know that Adam Lanza killed the kids. His mom bought a Bushmaster.
I know.
And
but just again, it doesn't even matter. Like, it's such a sad, horrible story. And
they just put me in the place of
But you've
killer.
got nothing to do with it. You shared an opinion about a tragedy. People can disagree with your opinion. They can dislike your opinion. They can't destroy you for your opinion because it's America. And the Department of Justice exists to protect that right. So I don't really get this. So Todd Blanche, I'm taking your word on this. I haven't heard this before. You're saying, is he a career guy, Todd Blanche?
Well, he was a Democrat until Trump won the election.
Is he an appointee?
Yeah, he's the deputy AG.
And so you're confident that he shut down any attempts.
Oh, he bragged. Just type in Todd Blanche, Alex Jones, Ed Martin. He went on the news and said, "This is terrible. I'm killing this investigation."
Why was it terrible?
It's a hero FBI agent.
Because you're bad. You offended some FBI agent. Therefore, you should be destroyed.
I never even knew who he was till he sued me.
You're allowed to not like FBI agents. You're allowed to have any opinion you want. This is like the craziest thing I've ever heard.
William Aldenberg said on the stand, he went and created the lawsuits, which violates a whole bunch of laws. That's what Ed Martin put in his letter, was that you can, as a sitting agent, go and create a case for yourself. It's an emolument issue. So here's where we are. They say the new model is sue you for defamation, have a Democrat judge find you guilty by default, then do this, then they don't accept a settlement, then they shut you down. So the answer is, how long will we be there? They want the name InfoWars. The Onion, and this former MSNBC censorship czar, he had the same job as Brian Stelter at CNN. He has said recently in an interview with Wired Magazine, if I was God, I want InfoWars. And so they think now they're going to seize the assets of the state. They're going to hand it to them. He says they're going to use our logos. He says he's going to pose as Charlie Kirk as well, put out fake quotes of Charlie. Look this up. And their new thing is to have my website and use it to attack Charlie Kirk.
Okay. So this is just totally grotesque. And this is not the free market at work. This is NGOs plus law firms plus the U.S. government destroying a private citizen for opposing the political agenda of the people in charge. So this is like exactly what you can't have in your country.
And they brag they're doing it because of that.
Of course. Well, there's no other reason.
They say, we want you off the air.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. We hope you'll subscribe to it. And by the way, you can hit the little bell on there and get notifications every time we produce a video. We hope you'll do that also.